Hello, this is Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech doing an unofficial trailer for GP Portland. This has me really excited. Portland is one of my favorite cities. I grew up there. I used to run a retail store in the Portland area, and I'm super excited to be going down for the Grand Prix. It's a 4-day Grand Prix. Now, day one and day two really don't get started till noon, so you can kind of sleep in, but there's side events all day, dealers there in the afternoon, and artists there from noon on. In the last 2 days of the event, we've got the actual GP on Saturday, plus side events all day. And on the fourth day, there's both the main event for people who made it to day two, and there's a super side event with up to 400 and some people playing in it. I believe it's standard. There's also regular side events all day. So this is a great opportunity for individuals who love Magic to head down to Portland and spend 4 days playing Magic. Now, at the end of this video, I've got some insider tips of things you should do in Portland outside of the GP. But let's start with the GP. They have rounded up an incredible number of amazing top tier artists for this GP. We're looking at 8 artists that have made over 1,100 Magic cards, including some of my favorites. Steve Argyle, who did Deathrite Shaman, is just incredible. He also did Liliana the Veil, and Liliana is one of those cards that I believe is going to be the next Jace. The most popular planeswalker out there. It is incredible in Modern, and this is a great opportunity to get Steve to sign the card or maybe even do an altar. I've seen some cool altars that he's done. RK Post is going to be there, who does the most magnificent playmats that I've ever seen. Incredible artist. I would strongly recommend connecting with RK Post if you would like a good playmat. Definitely like Chris Ron's artwork. Rob Alexander, very, very good artist. Mark Tiden is from the Seattle area. Really, really nice guy. Does some really cool minor altars on pieces when he signs them. If you want to find those, I would definitely Google for Soul Ring altars. He's done some really cool stuff. Jeff and Eric and Chuck here are all artists that I haven't met yet, but I really look forward to seeing them and getting a few cards signed. The main event is team sealed. You need yourself and 2 other teammates in order to play. You get 12 packs, and you have to construct 3 limited decks with those 12 packs. This is a lot tougher than it sounds. You can put together some really good decks by dividing things up. There are different strategies. The article that I've got here, An Introduction to Team Sealed, is a very good starter article. There are several other articles that have been going around the web. The other thing that I really like about this GP is that there's going to be an informational session run by some of the Channel Fireball players on strategies for playing Team Sealed. So if you've never played Team Sealed, you could still show up, learn some about the event, practice the first 2 days, and actually have a shot making day 2 on the main event, because it's a tough format. If you can get in a few days of practice, show up to the session, it would help a lot. They've got a cool new playmat. I look forward to picking up the Ajani playmat. They have a really cool concept called the prize wall. What they're doing is you get points for every single thing that you win, and you can use those points in any way that you want. You can save them up over the whole tournament for 4 days, or you can spend them as you go to play in additional events. The prizes each have a particular price to them. So a foil Jace is 2,400 points, or an unlimited Black Lotus is 12,500. Each point basically equals a core 15 booster pack. So cash value is about 30 cents per point. So the Lotus at 1,250 points is about $3,700 or so, which is still not a bad deal for a Black Lotus at this point. And Black Lotus has just shot up over these last 6 months since Vintage Masters has been starting to be played a lot online. It's incredible to see all of that power shooting up again. The way to get points is by playing in events Basically, if you 5-0 an event, you get the equivalent of about $200 worth of points. If you 4-1, you get about $54. If you have any type of a positive record, you'll get a few dollars in points out of it. There are two ways to get into events. You can pay for events with cash, $25 per event. So you're really going to have to do one of those upper tiers in order to break even. Or they have this wristband called the Infinite Constructed Bracelet. For $100, you can play in as many events that are constructed as you want throughout the weekend, which sounds pretty incredible. They list that it could be up to a $750 value, although they're a little bit delusional because many of the events start 30 minutes directly after a previous event, and I don't think they're actually going to let you dual box. I would love to see somebody playing a modern deck on one table and a vintage deck on another table and a legacy deck on a third table, although I don't think they're actually doing vintage. But in looking at the math, I think you could easily get $200 to $300 worth of constructed games in for that $100. So this Infinite Constructed Bracelet, if you plan to be there either 3 or 4 days and play in the side events, appears to really be worth it. They also have limited events going on all weekend. The Win-A-Box and the Draft have very nice prize payouts. The Commander is also $5 to play in, which is extremely reasonable, and no matter where you end up, you basically end up with a pack. If you end up first in that Commander, you end up with the equivalent of 3 packs, or $9 for your $5. And I could definitely see playing some Commander there in the casual $5 queue as a way to pick up some prizes, have some fun, meet some people. They have a VIP package, which is really interesting to me the way they advertised it. You get the playmat, access to the VP Lounge, which I'm not sure exactly what that is, but hopefully it's pretty cool. A Channel Fireball stainless steel water bottle, and a on-demand event coupon. So the on-demand events are the events that I just mentioned here in the past, which are your sealed Win-A-Box or your 8-player draft. So it's really that on-demand coupon is about $30 or so in value. So the $60 that you pay for VIP, 30 of that is one of those on-demand events, and then the other 30 is really access to the lounge and a playmat, which seems like a pretty good deal. They also say that you get the main event registration package if you register for the main event. That doesn't seem like a VIP award because you have to register for the main event in order to get that, and you get that if you register for the main event. I myself am definitely going to be going. I'm going to give the Infinite Constructed Bracelet a shot. I found out a little bit too late that I was going to be going, so most of my hardcore limited players already have teams. I'm also going to give the VIP Lounge a try, and I will definitely report back on whether it was worth it or not. I hope that it's a really cool experience and I get a chance to meet some interesting people inside the game, maybe artists or people who are running some of the different stores that are out there. Now we're on to Portland. Here's the insider information of 6 amazingly cool things to do in Portland. Number 1, Voodoo Donuts. These are not donuts. These are amazing donuts. They put pretty much anything on top of them. I strongly recommend the Dirty Old Man. It's a wonderful donut. The signature Voodoo Donut is also pretty incredible as it's got a pretzel through the heart of the Voodoo doll. Number 2 here, I've got Ground Control. This is a classic arcade with pinball. The entire top floor is pinball. They do karaoke. Rock band karaoke, which is a lot of fun. This place is well worth checking out. It is incredible. I definitely recommend Pal's Books. It is basically a city block of books. They've got a bunch of subsidiary stores throughout the city too, but anything you want to read, they will have there. Glowing Greens Miniature Golf. This is 3D, neon, underground, pirate miniature golf. What more can you ask for? And I just can't describe this. It is so crazy. Now, it's going to screw with your vision. It's tougher than it looks. I would definitely give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. If you want food, Montage is one of the absolute best restaurants in Portland. They've got a wonderful drink menu and extremely good Cajun food. I'm vegetarian and was able to find really good stuff there. I recommend the Old Mac with garlic, heavy cream, and Parmesan. It is not light fare. It is heavy, rich, wonderful, full of flavor food, and it's basically under the Morrison Bridge, a few blocks from where the convention center is. Great place. I would definitely give it a shot. I would also check out the coffee houses in Portland. Portland has some of the absolute best coffee houses anywhere in the nation. Rimsky-Korsakoff's, which is here, the bathroom there is pictured. They have live classical music on many nights, an incredible dessert menu, and good coffee. Pied Cow is another great coffee house with just wonderful appetizers, extremely good desserts. And then Coffee Time over here has good coffee, decent food, and amazing chess. There's some extremely good chess players over there. If you want to get late night chess games, I've definitely been able to get some good chess games over there at 10, 11, 12, or late into the night. They used to be 24 hours. I'm not sure they're 24 hours anymore, but they're a great place to play chess, meet some local masters. Thanks. This has been Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech. I want to say a special thank you to all of the Patreon sponsors out there. I greatly appreciate your support of the channel. The GP is being put on by Cascade Games, and several local stores are going to be there as dealers. Cascade Games and the dealers are not sponsors of the channel. I'm just super excited about this. If any of those guys want to become sponsors of the channel, please feel free to talk to me. I would love to get some sponsorship for this channel, but I love what I'm doing, and I really appreciate everybody who's out there on Patreon. I look forward to seeing people at the GP. If you're going to be there, I will be super easy to find. I'm going to be the guy in the black bowler hat and the black kilt.